Hi guys, welcome back to this week's video. This week we are exploring all about the flooring of the fan, finally getting our Temu flooring in place. In last week's video we put our water tap in place, which you can see just here. And this week it's all about getting that flooring in, getting the finishing touches and getting the fan ready before our big trip. So in the 2 years that we've had the fan, we pretty much haven't touched the floor since it went in. It's still the blue lino ambulance flooring, and with us doing various trips and build stuff to the fans throughout the years, there's definitely some wear and tear on this floor, which means that we're going to have to prep the surface before we put the new flooring down. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to brush everything down, and then using a basin of water and a scrub, I'm going to scrub the floor to make sure it's squeaky clean and our new floor applies. So I have to say that this was long overdue. It's amazing whenever you're in a fan how much dirt can actually accumulate on the floors. The best way to get this done was just to get straight down on my hands and knees and make sure that all of those old scuff marks were off and that we had a clean base to work with. Truth be told, it didn't actually take that long. So now that we have the floor all done, nice and newly scrubbed and fresh, we're going to have to dry it off and then start applying our flooring.
We're going to carry on with the flooring. So the bits that we've put down so far seem to be staying down, which is quite nice. So Tony has cleaned the floor already. So yeah, now we're just going to see if we can put this down. So it's going to be a wee bit tricky, so I suppose nothing to do than just get started.
So this was the first attempt at doing the floor, and we have to say it didn't really go according to plan.
So we tried putting the flooring down, but because of the metal sort of securing brackets for the ambulance, we couldn't cut the flooring in around it. So what I'm going to attempt is, we did originally get this underlay, and I'm thinking if I can put the underlay down, it'll raise the flooring up above the brackets, so then we can put the flooring over the top. Now if this doesn't work, the alternative then would be to actually buy lino, because it's actually easier to cut around the metal brackets, but because of the time constraints that we're under, we wouldn't have the time to do it for this trip, but it is an option. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So it is. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Thankfully, Stephen's quick thinking and solution led to us getting this floor done a lot better, and actually it provided a lot more insulation because we had the extra floor padding down as well. I would say it all in, it probably took about an hour and a half between the first night and the next morning, but we managed to get everything in place in the end. Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying the video so far, and remember you can watch the rest of the build from the very start on the playlist in our channel. And another thing, if you're just tuning in for the first time, 81% of our viewers don't actually subscribe, so if you don't want to miss out any of the fan life journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on the adventure. So we finally managed to get most of our flooring down. We still have a couple of trims and stuff to do, but already walking into the van feels so much more nicer. It actually feels quite warmer too because of that padded flooring. We think it's got a little extra air of insulation. Could just be in our heads, or it could just be that the coziness of the fan has brought it all together. But looking at it with the steps, the flooring in place and our little fixtures and fittings, I already am totally in love with the progress that we've made. So on the subject of finishing touches, there's still a little bit that we need to do, including some trims for around the step to finish that up and hide those wooden edges. We also have this exposed wire here leading down into our sink for our water system, and we want to put a little bit of nice white trunking on straight down the wall so it blends in and finishes it off really nice. So in order to do that, we're going to have to go and get some supplies. So let's get on the road to B&Q, my favourite shop. People might think that I'm being sarcastic whenever I say that B&Q is my favourite shop, but it genuinely is. I just find it so handy that there's a place you can drive to whenever you're doing a fan build, and it has all of your essential needs. And thankfully for us, it had all of the essential trims that we needed. finding it all in the one place just makes life so much handier. So we have just come back from my favourite shop. We're actually still in the car park, and we were able to get everything that we needed to finish off the trims for the floor and the conduit for the sink. So we're going to get back to the house and fire them on. Well, that was the plan, but because we were so close, it would be rude not to. Let's go and get the most important, most essential part of any van life journey. You know, it really is hard walking around all those shops. And maybe looking back, this is the reason why I really like B&Q, because McDonald's is right next door. This is one of the best things about actually having a van. Whenever you go and you get takeout, you can just sit in the car park and eat it. I know you can do that in your car too, but it's nice to have more space to actually relax. Says me in the front. So it's a new day on the build, and we've finally gathered all of the bits and pieces that we need to finish off the step area and a couple of the trims around the van.
So I think to start off with, I'm going to start with this piece down here, and then because this is the longest piece, hopefully if I make any mistakes then I'll have plenty left over to do the smaller pieces. So there's quite a few intricate angles to do on this, and I'm hoping that I've cut things square. So this between the seat and the step should be about a 90-degree angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my miter saw. So I'm going to cut a 45-degree angle in this piece here. Once I have that angle, I'll just trim it down to the length and then cut another 45-degree, and then hopefully that should be the step against the seat. So if you're ever in Mav's class and you're wondering why they're getting you to do all these angles, this could be why. This is a nightmare doing this sort of stuff, trying to get, like, this part maybe isn't going to be so bad because it's only got two faces, but that trim has three faces, and then you're trying to cut it like this way, and just a nightmare. But we got it done, and then what Tony's going to do is Tony's just going to colour in the bits of white that could potentially show up just with a black marker. But what I'm going to do while he does that is we're going to tidy up the step a wee bit. So we have this piece of plastic angle, and the idea is just to sort of put it on like so, and then try and cut these angles nicely, just like down there.
So I want to make extra sure that this piece has no more little white bits on it. So let's get started. Really want to make sure every bit of this is covered up. And we get all into that wood grain with the marker. And spread the colour around. So no white showing at all. And then we're going to do the same on the ends to make sure that it's all cohesive. One of the easier jobs that I've done on the build. Not that I get many of the hard ones. I think that looks nice. So as you can see, we've finally got the trim on the floor, and I think it looks really sleek and tidy and nice, and it's a really good job that Stephen's done around the step area in finishing everything off. And with all that work said and done, that's the end of this week's video. We really hope you've been enjoying our fan build so far, and remember, if you want to keep seeing more, follow us along on the journey by hitting that subscribe button.